not all goodbyes happen in real life. Some are even more painful when they happen on screen. For drama fans who have followed Jin Ze's journey from the beginning, the latest episode presented a moment so emotional that it left many viewers unable to hold back tears. A character who had been a vital part of the story finally faced a tragic fate. What made this moment even more touching was how the main actors, Zhang Linghe and Tian Xiwei, also bid farewell to the character who had accompanied them throughout the drama's long journey. Their words were not just closing words, but also an expression of the loss felt by the cast and fans worldwide. So how did Jin Ze's journey actually end? And why did this farewell leave such a lasting impression on so many? Let's discuss it together. Since his first introduction, Jin Ze has been known as a figure of sincerity and extraordinary courage. Amidst the various conflicts and intrigues that arise throughout the story, he always strives to protect those he loves. This character has developed into one of the most beloved characters due to his selfless sacrifice and unwavering loyalty, but like many great stories, a hero's journey often doesn't end happily. As the story draws to a close, the pressure and constant danger make Jin Ze's fate increasingly uncertain. Many fans hoped for a miracle and a happy ending. Unfortunately, fate had other plans. In a scene that has become a hot topic on social media, Jin Ze faces his final moments with courage. There's no fear visible on his face. He only feels the desire to ensure the safety of his loved ones. The moment is so powerfully portrayed that it has touched the hearts of millions of viewers. The silence that envelopes the scene only adds to its poignancy. Every look, every parting word, and every expression of emotion feels so real. Many viewers have admitted to having to pause the video because they can't bear to watch the end of their favorite characters' journeys. One of the things that made this scene so memorable was the exceptional acting quality of Zhang Linghe and Tian Xiwei. Both managed to convey deep and authentic emotions. The tears seen on screen didn't feel like mere acting, but rather like a genuine farewell to someone who had become a part of their lives throughout filming. After the episode aired, comments from fans immediately flooded the internet. Many expressed their sadness, while others praised the production team's courage for making such an emotional decision. Many also said that Jin Ze's death was one of the most touching scenes in Chinese dramas this year. Zhang Linghe herself reportedly expressed her gratitude to the fans who had loved the character from the beginning. She revealed that playing a character with such a complex emotional journey was an experience she would never forget. For her, Jin Ze was not just a role, but a figure who had taught her much about sacrifice, loyalty, and courage. Meanwhile, Tian Xiwei also shared her feelings about the touching ending. She admitted that filming the farewell scene was one of the most emotional moments during production. Even after the cameras stopped rolling, the emotional atmosphere on set was palpable. Many fans feel the emotional connection between the actors and their characters is one of the reasons why the drama was so successful. When actors truly love their characters, those emotions are immediately palpable to the audience. And that's exactly what happened in Jin Ze's story. On various social media platforms, footage of Jin Ze's final scene continues to be reshared. Thousands of comments appear daily, demonstrating the character's profound impact on fans. Some even say they still can't accept the fact that Jin Ze's journey has ended, but beneath the sadness lies a beautiful message. Jin Ze's story reminds us that courage doesn't mean never feeling afraid. Courage is keeping going even when knowing that great sacrifices lie ahead. This character may have left the story, but the values he fought for will live on in the audience's memories. Tragic endings often leave scars. But that's precisely why a character becomes unforgettable. If Jin Ze had received a mediocre ending, his story might not have left such a lasting impression. A painful goodbye is sometimes the best way to immortalize a character in the hearts of fans. Now, even though Jin Ze's journey has reached its end, his memory will live on. Every smile, every sacrifice, and every emotional moment he shared will forever be a part of this drama's history. Although the episode has ended, discussions about Jin Ze's fate seem likely to continue for a long time. Many fans have begun re-watching previous episodes to see the character's development from beginning to end. As they revisit Jin Ze's journey, many viewers realize that various clues to his tragic fate were actually inserted from the beginning of the story. Some scenes that previously seemed simple now take on much deeper meaning. The words Jin Ze once spoke to those closest to him, the decisions he made, and the small sacrifices he made throughout the story seem to signal his inevitable end. This is what makes his story so powerful and touching. For Zhang Linghe, playing a character like Jin Ze was certainly a challenge. For years, many actors dream of playing a role that leaves a lasting impression on the audience. And through this character, Zhang Linghe successfully demonstrated his increasingly mature acting skills. He not only portrayed the heroic side of a main character, but also successfully conveyed Jin Ze's vulnerability, sadness, and inner conflict. Meanwhile, Tian Xiwei also received much praise for his performance in the final episodes. The chemistry he developed with Zhang Linghe was a key factor in bringing the relationship between the characters to life. Some recall the scene when he first appeared, others recall his courage in facing his enemies, and still others are most impressed by the simple moments when he showed his concern for those around him. All of these memories are now part of a character's legacy that will not be easily forgotten. The success of a character is not only measured by how long they appear in the story, but also by the influence they leave behind after their departure. In this regard, Jin Ze has proven himself to be one of the most memorable characters. Although his story has ended, his influence on the plot and the other characters will continue to be felt until the end of the drama. Many viewers hope that Zhang Linghe and Tian Xiwei's next projects will again showcase the same strong chemistry. After witnessing how the two were able to bring the audience's emotions to a roller coaster throughout the story, many hope they will reunite in a new drama in the future. Meanwhile, the drama's production team also received much praise for their courage in presenting an ending that deviated from expectations. In an era when many stories choose the safe path of giving a happy ending, the decision to maintain a tragic ending demonstrates their commitment to narrative strength and story consistency. Farewells are never easy, especially when we have to say goodbye to a character who has accompanied us on a long, emotional journey. Jin Ze's death may have closed a chapter in the story, but the memories and messages he left behind will live on in the hearts of fans. What do you think about Jin Ze's ending? Do you agree with this story's outcome, or do you wish there had been a different ending? Share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell to stay updated on the latest news about Chinese dramas, Zhang Linghe, Tian Xiwei, and other exciting news. See you in the next video.